everybody? How's everybody doing? This lovely summer's weekend. Happy Saturday and early Sunday to some of you. Welcome to round 4 of the Paddock Sim Racing's British GT4 Championship at Brands Hatch. That's right, this is round 4, not round 3. We did have to we put up a poll in Discord, and racers decided to do a do-over weekend because of the server issues from last round at Snetterton. So that is moved to the end of the schedule, and we will be doing a full event there at the end of the schedule. So look forward to that. So in the pre-show screen, I had up the current point standings, so they're still as close as ever. And I'm really looking forward to what happens next in this race. I know I haven't been able to be on the server much, but I know just from looking in Discord that the guys have been practicing incredibly hard and have been putting down some pretty quick lap times to the top front runners, our usual front runners. So, oh look, we got some new subscribers. Thanks, guys. You approved to sub to us. Also, if you guys are in chat, I will be reading chat throughout the entire event, so look forward to that. Hanging out with us, just chatting about while we race on. Got a few drivers missing this weekend, mainly for like IRL reasons and the upcoming holidays in the United States. So we'll be missing a few drivers this weekend and next weekend, but that's to be expected in the peak summers. IRL events, sometimes they take priority over the sim racing ones. That's just how it rolls. You know, just gotta roll with it. Yeah. So enough of that. Let's show you guys what's going on out here on track. I know I was in the session a little bit ago with Hunter and I forgot Fuzzball. They were kind of going at it in practice, throwing down some pretty decent lap times. I believe they were in mostly mid 33s. So we'll see what these guys can put down for race pace going in through the practice session. 25 minutes practice session. A 10-minute qualifying session, then race 1 is 20 minutes in length. Then we'll have a second qualifying session for 10 minutes. And then we move on to the Enduro, a 40-minute session. Oh, boy! Almost had a little scuffle there as the Mercedes of, I believe that was Fuzzball leaving pit exit. Who is that? 30? Yeah. Leaving the pit box there. Nearly cutting off the nose of Hunter's McLaren. At least it looked very close from our angle. It could have been a couple car lengths. So, yeah, a few things to note. You got the subscriber bar down there in the bottom of your screen. Once we reach 100 subscribers, I, your hostess with the mostest, TPSR Barbecue Weasel, will be doing 100 laps at Spa in the GT3 Porsche Hell Machine. Yeah, I've got a pretty decent setup in that from running our BCI team battles. So I'm not too worried about it. So 100 laps of that for 100 subscribers. So forward to that nonsense once we reach that milestone. Yes. Yeah, like I said before, I am your host, Barbecue Weasel, or formerly known as Barbecue Weasel, now TPSR Weasel. Not a lot going on in the realm of TPSR. We are still trying to recruit drivers for the Xbox edition of Asseto Corsa. So join our Discord and or follow us on our social media on Twitter at @Paddock_sim. hit us up on that. We're a pretty laid back group. Don't really need lap time to qualify for the team, as long as you're a clean racer and respect others on and off track. Welcome in the family. And like I said earlier, TPSR is taking part in the BCI team battles. That's right. We're going against 3 other teams in a kind of different style of championship, I guess you would say. Event schedule. I guess there's 2 rounds where each team gets to decide the format of the race. And then they'll duke it out in round 9. Yeah, our round is coming up. We chose Monza in spec series of the Ferrari 488 GT3 Evo. So everybody will be in the same car at Monza during a pretty decent racing conditions. So we're not throwing any crazy curveballs at people. So it should be a lot of fun. I will be streaming my perspective. I don't know if you can really see that very well. It's 7 a.m. EST. That's primarily our time that we use here in the Paddock sim racing, but it's decent hours in Aussie land, and over the pond, it's about lunchtime. So for us, we get to suffer because most of the Aussies get to suffer for us. So that's not too bad. I'll be streaming my end here on this channel, Weasel. I am going into this with almost no practice, but I enjoy the Ferrari, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, look for that stream waiting room to be up immediately after this. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll kind of scoot around and pick a couple guys out here to follow. We're right on board with Diesel. He's feeling a little under the weather lately, but he's going to try his dandiest here. Yes. That's pretty much all the news I have. How are you guys doing? Is everybody doing all right? Are you doing okay? You got everybody staying cool out there in that summer heat if you're in the northern hemisphere? I know I've been sweating like a dog, sweating like a fish out there in the heat. Drink your water, everybody. Water's very important. Not only water, but just your electrolytes. Drink one of those sugary sports drinks every once in a while. Yeah, we had 12 confirmed attendance on Discord. We'll see what happens if everybody shows up. So, hello, sign. There you go. Odd camera angle right there. Yeah, you see on the screen there that it got postponed at the end of the season, Snetterton. So hopefully we won't have any server issues for that round as well next time, because that was unfortunate. Yeah. Already in the mid 33s from GRT Erish. And this is only free practice. We've got less than 20 minutes to go now. So we'll see what these guys can actually do on a semi-green track. And from practice to qualifying, the track conditions do get immensely more rubbered in, as you would say, and the lap times drop nearly about a half a second from I would say a free practice to quali. Not too bad. Oh, got my phone on. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. A lot of like the guys have been putting in a lot of time in their cars and in their tunes, so I'm really anxious to see how qualifying is going to turn out and how close everybody is going to be, because you can already see up there at the top of your screen Medicate Nation with a 33.6, Erish with a 33.6, 33.7 and a 33.8, and top 5 within 3/10 of each other. And we're missing so many people for this weekend, so I don't think we'll have a problem with battles out on track, even with 10 bodies in their seats. So it should be a pretty great race weekend regardless. Brands Hatch, not a very big track, but a very competitive track. It doesn't feel all that long, even though it's not the shortest, I believe. It just feels small, very competitive, I guess you would say. Mittens out there in front of Arish, kicking up a little dust coming through that long right-hand sweeper. Very nice. Mercedes, McLarens, Audis, and Chevys. Got the only solo car out there as the Maserati. Why Medicaid wanted to suffer so much this season, but he's doing a great job in that car. Here and Discord. Oh. Now left in the session, halfway through. Hello everybody just joining. Glad you all could make it for this round 4. I'm not sleepy at all, but I keep yawning. This is going to be really bad. I'm sorry if you guys are picking, if my mic is picking up my yawns. I'm trying to make them incredibly silent. But if I make you yawn, don't yell at me. Alright, it's not my fault. It wasn't my fault. Loving the Camaros here on track. Definitely. Camaros are very good here, I've noticed. They got the pretty big brakes on those things. You wouldn't think they'd be good in these downhill, uphill sweepers like they are, but they are. It might be the nose weight that gets them thrown around. I was trying to decide setup for the round 2 of the BCI battle. Oh, there's Stale. I was wondering where he was at. If I should run pedal cam. You guys enjoy having Weasel's pedal cam for when he races? I'm talking to myself in the third person. I don't know. Do you guys enjoy when I run pedal cam? Because I don't know if I want to continue to do that, or do you guys want to do, like, maybe if I can find a way to set up where you guys can see wheel and pedal? I see Medicated's fan base is already in chat. Hello guys, welcome. So lap times are still incredibly close, dropping about 2/10 from where they were for prior to the session beginning. Very quick. Very quick indeed. Arish back to the top. Zeke improving over medicated by 0.03 of a second, just about. All right, welcome, guys. About 13 minutes now until official free practice is over and we head into qualifying. Yes. Camaro's doing very well. Let's see what kind of time Stale put in. He's usually one of our top front runners. Very quick. A little bit of a different livery here this weekend. Oh, a little wide in that final corner. Very deceptive corner. He hit that apex just right. He could launch down that front straight. Alright. I guess I should make the tweet live, yes. No, I don't know if we did that or not. Copy. That one here. I just kind of want to get qualifying underway. Let's go! Ikuzo! Tweets? Oops. We've been tweeted. Don't worry, everybody. We've been tweeted. Really? Back in the final corner on the black stuff this time. Let's see what Stale can do on his first official flyer. I don't know if he went off or not, but it looks like he did at some point. Maybe turn one or so. Wow. To go, Arish comes back to pits. Or Zeke. Improvement out of his Camaro. Jump over to what it seems to be the sister car. SVR Larkin. 46 machine. Oh, super wide there. Super wide. Pushing a little hard in that brake zone. It's the other pedal, my guy. The other pedal. A lot in the pit lane right now. Guys just chilling. Chilling like a bunch of villains in pit lane. Oh. Hunter. Jump back to pits right there. Yes. Stale moving up. Nearly second behind. The fastest time of Arish right now. Back out for a few more goes. These are official qualifying times, so just trying to dial in setup, I presume. This session. Curb and then some on that outside, which I believe you can get away with at this track. Surprise! I'm thoroughly surprised. Welcome. Welcome. Stale moves up to P1. The 10th over Arish. I think that was 3 attempts. 3 attempts to come up to P1. Not too bad in his Camaro. Told you Camaros, man. They're pretty nasty here. That is 7 positions for 7/10 of a spread. Like, you just can't get better than that. That's crazy awesome. And not to say that, 8, 9, and 10, so you have Mittens, Fuzzball, and PTG Onyx. They're still right there. There's no, clear advantage over any of these guys right now. Like, some series, you'll see drivers, 2-3 seconds apart. Throughout the entire field. Here. Damn. Look at that. Get better than that. Look at that. Oh, and Medicated still with the top 2 sectors. And he's all the way back and forth. So a lot of improvement could be made from the others, but look how close those are. Nearly, just about a 10th ahead of everybody else in that final sector. That's pretty awesome to see that gap there. But the other sectors, woofies. That's pretty neat. And everybody goes back out for the last 5 minutes of free practice. Dab of the brakes, turn in, take as much of the curb as possible there. It will rocket you into that second to last corner. You want to do as much curbing there as possible. Get you under the bridge, and through that long, early apex to final corner. Looks like a little bit of a wiggle there from the backside of that Audi. Coming down the hill. Arish returns. 200ths over Stale. Stale's back out. This is going to be very, very competitive. Woo! This is exciting. Look at that. Look at those lap times. Holy cow! Top 3 are 500ths of a second apart. That's Mercedes, a Chevy. I told you them Chevys are no joke here. top 8, 7/10 apart, with Smokes putting his money out on the table with his Audi. Erish running some nasty laps right now in that Mercedes. .72 just up the road. Everybody pretty much spread out enough to run fast laps. You like seeing that, definitely. But with just a few minutes to go until qualifying, everybody's out here to just hanging on the line until they cut fuel loads, pump the tires, and then they're just gonna light some fires, because why the hell not? Just throwing it into the corner there from Medicated. Alright, let's see what these guys got. Probably light on fuel right now. A couple laps in, tires are starting to be up to temp. Erish moves up just a few tenths. Or actually a few hundredths over his previous time. He'll hop back to pits. Oh, Zeke a little wide there. Still P3 over a few of these other guys right now. Look how comfortable the Camaro looks coming through the field, that uphill left-hander. Just squats and just torques itself up the hill. It's very nice to see a car as balanced as that here. I've been using the Aston Martin. It's gotten pretty quick. I only got to do like a handful of laps, but I was in the mid to low 34s. Definitely not as fast as these guys, that's for sure. I like that shot. Through the trees. Through the trees. Stale comes back with a 33-2, beating out Erish by... Oh, Jesus. Wow. Wow. By 1/10 or 1/100th of a second, pretty much. My goodness. Oh my goodness. And that's it. That's free practice. All right, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you next week. Yeah, no. We're just starting. We're just starting this. So, round 4, free practice over. We're heading into qualifying 1 for the sprint race. 10 minutes on the clock, which will be now.
Go, go, go.
Everybody's going to want to book it out to the track to get tire temps up as quickly as possible. So you see Stale already out there. Yeah, already hitting turn 1 pretty much. 15 seconds. 20 seconds in the books. Go, Hunter, go! Yes, yes, yes! Hunter laying down some nasty lap times there in free practice, too. So it's going to be a good fight, definitely. Is it going to be the early bird gets the worm, or are these tail end guys leaving the pit boxes going to come out on top with their one and done laps? I guess it all depends on how well you, what method you qualify for. You know, are you the longer you run, the faster you get type of guy, or are you light fuel, cold tires, and throw it around the track type of driver? Personally, I am neither. I'm nor consistent nor fast. So we just drive to have fun. These guys, they're speed demons. Unnatural people. Alright, we won't see any lap times this time by. Interested to see what these guys are going to be doing. Medicated coming out right in front. Right there in front of Stale, but Stale had momentum enough to get around him, leaving the pits there. So this will be Stale's first flyer. Medicated kind of moves out of the way for Arish. He's already on his first flyer. Arish just came out of, or not Arish, but Medicated just coming out of pits on cold tires. Doesn't want to get in the way of any quality laps that Arish and or Hunter are putting down. And some pretty heads-up driving there by him. That's the kind of respect you want to see out there on the track when it comes to racing. Just in general. That might have been a little bit too much curb there from Arish. We'll find out. Actually, we're going to have to head back up. See what Stale's got on his flyer. Remember what I said earlier, that qualifying track conditions are far more optimum than free practice. So we're definitely going to see high 32s here. As you can already see Hunter with a 33 flat beating out Stale by 1/10 of a second. Not too shabby there from Hunter. Coming into round 4, very prepared for this race. But Hunter gets put down a spot from TPSR Smokes by 2 hundredths of a second. Very fast. So we're going to start seeing these lap times plummet. Love it. Still have Zeke and Fuzzball in pit lane. PTG Onyx out here on track right now in his Mercedes. Looks like he's starting his flyer. 32 machine here. Coming up into turn 2. Having the PTG guys come out whenever they can. Most of them, it's not their optimum racing time, but a few of them are over here in the States. Run with us whenever they can. There's our first 32 of the event. So 32.919 by GRT Arish, the German race team eSport. Fantastic pace so far in round 1 qualifying. I'm gonna get some water before I start shouting, because I can feel it coming. I'm gonna start yelling because of the lap times, like competitiveness, mysticisms. Now on board with SPS Stale. First out on track in qualifying. Has the most optimum tires at the moment. Very smooth through the uphill right-hander. Smokes diving back to pits real quick. 3 minutes left on the clock. laps. SPS Stale moves up by just over a 10th over Arish, and Arish rebuttals by nearly a 10th himself over Stale. So they're basically just leapfrogging each other at this point between GRT Arish and Stale. Smokes comes back out. He's not done. Hunter just 0.03 of a second behind Smokes. And about 2, maybe 3 laps, depending on where the drivers are out on track, left in the qualifying session. Zeke, Fuzzball, and Onyx still having to make their official lap times. The top 7 within 0.8 of each other. Incredibly quick laps here. Very smooth entries from Stale. Love the various engine noises coming through the from around the track right now. Maserati, Chevy, Audi. Oh, big slide there, keeping it on the track still. Amazing hand control there from Medicated in the Maserati. No traction control in that machine, so that's all pedal work. Nicely done, but it's not the fast way around the track, my boy. Have to forfeit this lap and go another one. Hunter up to 3rd now. Might have gone a little wide there in turn 1. Bit of wiggle there coming out of the corner. Everybody on Sector 1, Sector 2 now, all besides Fuzzball. Let's see what Zeke's got in his Camaro as it comes into the second to last corner. Heavy in that brake zone in that final corner, whipping that Camaro onto the front straight. Great line though, coming very close to pit wall. It's the fast way. Coming out, no, look, I might have been an improvement. I really wasn't paying attention to his previous time. There's Larkin right there behind him, spinning off. Still Stale. 32.6. Improvement that lap. Arish, no improvement. Medicated with no improvement. Only 5 seconds left. I believe it was either Diesel or Smokes. I saw TPSR driver jump up in front of Medicated there. All right, session officially over now, and we're going to be heading. These guys will be finishing their flyers. Oh, a little wide there. A little wide there from Zeke. Yeah, it's a little gravel there. That'll slow you down. That'll slow you down. I believe Stale made it. There we go. I believe these guys still have their chance for improvement. A little bit of a bounciness there to that Camaro. All of the curbs now. Both Stale and Arish out on flyers. We'll see if anybody has the improvement. Stale off throttle. He's coming in. Arish, he's still on it coming through the final corner. Staying close to the wall. And he beats him by 0.06 of a second. That's incredible. The back and forth battle between these two in qualifying one. Holy crap. SPS and GRT. Amazing battle. But not to say they're not far off from the rest of the field pretty much. Between, from first to eighth is 0.8 of a second at Brands Hatch. That's incredible. So many different machines. And they're 0.8 of a second off each other. Mercedes, Camaro, Audi, McLaren, Maserati. It's just, what? I knew the lap times were going to be incredibly close. I didn't think they were going to be that close. I still have Discord open. I think. That's awesome. Congratulations to GRT Erish for qualifying pole 1. For qualifying 1. That's awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break while drivers get set up and take a little bit of a breather. I can take a little bit of a breather. Yes. Oh, that was exciting. You guys ready for 20 minutes of that? It's just now we're going to put them door to door. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Crazy awesome. Crazy epic. Epicness times ponies. 7. 25. You know what I mean. All right, so I'm going to go... Actually, no, we'll hang out. We'll hang out for a little bit. I was going to go refill my waters, but I don't think I need to. I still have a full water bottle sitting right here in front of me. Remember, drink water, everybody. Stay hydrated. It's hot. Hot. Just as hot as the battles on track. Heyo! 10 out of 10. Great commentary and comedian here, Weasel. Haha. Just kidding. Alright, let's see what guys are saying in Discord. A few guys saying that they were going to run faster paces. All fine, but got greedy. So medicated. Giving you guys a scoop into the behind the scenes. Driver chat. Eric says, damn. SPS says, lol. Haha. Haha. The bat, like, that's just crazy. Crazy close. 0.006 of a second. How snap. That's crazy quick. Alright. 2 more minutes now. And we'll start race 1 of round 4. Which is technically round 3 of the British GT4. I got it. There's too many designations. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Please send an adult to hold my hand. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll go green flag for race 1. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we're back. Weasel here. And this is round 4 race 1, 20-minute not endurance, and 20-minute sprint race. I mean, even the the next one's pretty much just a sprint race to these guys because they don't care. Alright, so race 1. That is your qualifying order there on the left side of your screen. GT Arish, SPS Stale by 6 thousandths of a second between those two. Then you have Hunter Fox, and then you have TPSR Smokes, TPSR Diesel, Medicated Nation, the group of TPSR drivers. Number 7 is Zeke. Number 8 is SVR Larkin. Number 9 is PTG Onyx. 10 is 2 Fuzzball. 11 is Crazy Mittens. Very small field tonight compared to some of the other races that we've had, but due to IRL things happenings for a lot of those drivers, and the American holidays coming up, a lot of people are taking vacations and doing some cool things. So you guys get 11 drivers. The top 8 are within 8/10 of each other from qualifying, so you know the battles are still going to be there as we're heading down the mid-back straight, I guess you would say. I don't know what it actually called. Under the bridge and into the final corner now as we're about to go green flag running with GT Arish taking the field to the start-finish line as we're riding on board with Hunter at the moment. Beautifully lined up machines. Not a perfectly straight front straight, but they're going to catch the green flag call in just a second, and there's the call. They're off. Arish with a great start ahead over SPS Stale. Hunter looking to the inside, but that looks like Smokes with a great move on the outside over Hunter. Hunter kind of just lets it go. Diesel filing right behind. Now working the outside lane through the second corner. Great side-by-side driving there from both Diesel and Hunter. Maserati of Medicated looking very racy behind them. Don't want to make a mistake as Hunter goes off just a little wide, leaving Medicated with the inside door through the next uphill. It's going to be a very slow line for that McLaren. I believe Medicated got away with it, but Zeke, the door open, still side by side as they head down the back straight. Under the bridge, down the hill now. Zeke on the outside. I don't think he'll have the edge over Zeke for that position. Definitely not. Medicated looking on the outside of Hunter. Look at the over-under move as Hunter gets a little overzealous there. Rejoins back in a pretty much safe manner. Oh, Medicated off just next to him. Wow! Off of the grass, no brakes. Heading back across the track, not collecting anybody, but that was some great heads-up driving by everybody else there to avoid that incident. A lot of work to do for those guys in the next 18 minutes or so now. Let's head back up to the top of the field with GT Arish still leading the field, completing lap 1. SPS Stale trying to get the tires under that Camaro, much bigger car, so it takes a little bit longer for the tires to come up to temp on that machine, but GT4 is very racy. Both TPSR drivers, Smokes and Diesel move up a couple spots now. Moving to 3rd and 4th, right behind SPS Stale. Let's keep our eye on this battle for sure. I believe I have an echo. I don't know why I have an echo. Audis sound so good, blasting past the cameras. Very tuned down V10 whine, those Audis. Still can't beat that American V8 though. Those Camaros. Big bobble there from the leading TPSR Audi, which is 3rd place overall. Hop and a skip behind 2nd place of SPS Stale. racing so far. PTG Onyx moving up about the 3 positions now after that scuffle in lap 1. Consistency is the key for a lot of these events. Keep your wits about you and you'll move up the grid rather quickly. Pushing hard is great, but when it comes down to Medicated with the inside line over Hunter, heading into turn 2. Looks like he got the move, but Hunter with the inside line through the next corner, side by side. Hunter kind of gives him the way through, not wanting to really push the envelope this early. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, you guys can't. They're shooting fireworks off right down the street. They're very loud. I have my headphones on and I can still hear them. I'm not sure how you guys aren't picking that up. Yes, in this part of the world, in my neck of the woods, they like to shoot fireworks off very, very early. Roddy doing good to make up ground after that off-road excursion earlier. Nearly catching up to Fuzzball now. A little bit of an off with Smokes. Now Diesel up into 3rd. Being an ill man, Diesel really putting in some wheel time in his Audi. Love seeing that action. Might be participating in this, but might be sitting out for tomorrow morning's race. Camaros together, Zeke in, SVR Larkin, 72 and 46 machine. Oh, 5th and 6th place right now. Just over 5 minutes gone out of the session. But he still pretty much nose to tail, only a couple corners spreading out the entire field. At the moment, nice 3-way battle here between Fuzzball, Medicated, and Hunter Fox. Hunter Fox, a bit of an off with Medicated. Lap 1, put down pretty much to the back of the field. Now they're trying to do their best to pick their way up through the field, but cars are so similarly balanced. It's very hard to make a move without, you know, bumping elbows and denting a few door panels, especially when everybody is so racy like they are. Oop, awful just ahead of Fuzzball is Onyx and his Mercedes. That's going to leave the door open for Fuzzball to get by, but that's going to shut the door very quickly. Oh, a little bit of a bumper tap from Medicated to Fuzzball, just bringing him around and stopping him right in front of him. Mittens made his way through that without having to do much avoidance. That was on the driver's right-hand side. I don't believe any of those drivers have any damage from that particular incident, but that let both PTG, Onyx, and Hunter loose up ahead of them. So now they're going to do their best to try and catch both SVR and Zeke. You're just up the road from them. Back to the TPSR boys. No bias here in the Audi machines. Up in 3rd and 4th at the moment. Kind of slipping about 2 seconds back now from SPS. And Arish doing a great job putting on a clinic. I say clinic, but he's still about 2 seconds up the road from SPS Stale. Very deceptive first corner. as one of the TPSR boys had a bit of an incident. I believe that was Diesel. A bit of a trip through the kitty litter. Now Smokes leads into third place. We'll see that cross into the timing screen here in just a second. Yep, there you go. Now they're about 4 seconds back after that kerfuffle, but they got to worry about their rearview mirrors now with both Zeke and SVR Larkin in the big American Camaros coming up behind the two Audis. The Germans versus Americans in the power plants. What a great battle to see out on track right now. You guys enjoying this? Because this is some great racing. Looks like Stale's starting to get into his rhythm, kind of knocking a little bit of time out of Arish now. As they come across the line, we'll see that sector time drop about 4/10 now. Was it just over 2 seconds? Now about 1 second. Just a lap ago. Camaro starting to really come in on its own with 10 minutes to go here in the session. The race, not a session. We're done with sessions. We're into the meat of the potatoes here. Start pushing just a little bit harder. 6 laps down. About 6 to go.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Pushing hard. These two up front. Jump back to the battle here. Everyone's everyone kind of spread out just a bit, about a second gap from one another, from third to sixth, pretty much. 4 drivers. Really close enough to make a move, but dedicated. Still trying to make his way past Fuzzball. Hunter. Oh, we missed Hunter. Hunter back to 11th now. That's curious. When did that happen? Hunter, no. Hunter, why? Hunter, how could you do this to me? Onyx just in his own little world with Mittens here. Turning and burning some laps, that's how you do. Pushing hard in those Audis. You can see the throttle control, or you can hear the throttle control. Heading down the hill. Grasping for as much grip coming down that hill. Still no distance change between the top two at the moment, between Arish and Sale, still in that order. As they come down the back straight, long right-hand sweeper. Very awkward late apexed corner, kind of on camber and up a hill. A little bit more grip through that back section than you think you have, especially with the track conditions that we have here this weekend. Literally just throw it into a corner and the car is just going to love you for it. You see the qualifying lap times that we had, the mid-32s. If the lobby isn't full, so Jake, if you want to head over to our Discord, link is below. How driver registration works is you'll register as a reserve driver since the season has already started. All priority drivers will confirm their attendance from Monday to Thursday. From Thursday to race day, all reserve drivers have the ability to confirm their attendance, and then they will get their seat in the race. Everything is pretty much done through Discord. So if you don't have Discord, we can help you set up Discord. It's fairly simple to do, and all of the race information is on there. Or follow us on Twitter, and one of the guys will help you get set up in racing. Currently, only series right now is the British GT4 Championship. We're working on setting up our very, very competitive GT3 series, which will happen in a little over a month from now. So, I hope that helped. Any other questions, just let me know. Or let anybody know in Discord. But this battle right here, holy crap! Not even just this battle, if we could just go back to the epicness that is the back of the pack, but still the amazing racing of this pack. You're still 4 deep pretty much all over the place. Oh, we got some movement going on up front, but I don't know which battle to watch right now. Yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. You have Mittens and Onyx. They've been kind of in their own element, just running their own pace in this race right now, and it's worked out pretty well for them at the moment, running 7th and 8th, but you have 2 Fuzzball, Medicated, and Hunter just behind them. A little bit faster in pace, confirmed from qualifying. So they're about to have some excitement for the last 5 minutes of our sprint race. Remember, after this, we have another short qualifying session, and then a 40-minute sprint race here. Remember, only 11 cars on track, but the epicness of this race right now is very, very real. As we hop up to your race leaders, as GRT Arish continues. Yeah, if you need a little help on your SA, let us know. We'll set up a server that has a lower SA, because we have multiple servers now. We'll set up a server. We can just race with you a whole bunch throughout the week, and that's how we get everybody's SA up very quickly. You could race with AI, but it's a very slow process. If you race actual servers with multiple drivers, your SA improves immensely. And finishing races all the way through the checkered flag gets you that, I think it's like honesty or boost points, and that helps a lot as well in public servers. So, yeah, just let us know in Discord, and we'll run some laps, because I need to set up our server for GT3 after this weekend, so if you're interested in that, we'll knock out some laps. But this battle right now is SPS Stale right underneath the wing pretty much now of GRT Arish with less than 4 minutes to go in the session. The sweat coming off of that German right now is probably pretty immense. Looking back that rearview mirror of SPS Stale's Camaro, the black shadow of a Camaro right now. Still the TPSR boys, no bias, doing great at the moment, with Smokes leading in 3rd place, finishing up the podium. But another great battle going on right now is still between Fuzzball and Medicated. Remember, Medicated started, I believe, 6th overall. Had a bit of an incident there with Hunter Fox early on in lap 1, dropping them both to the back of the pack. And how competitive this series is, they're still there. They're very fast, but they just can't find the room or the speed to get past anybody at this point. Like, the level of competitiveness is just insane heading into this race weekend, and they're proving it right here. It's pretty awesome. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. That's about 2 laps to go from where the race leaders are. Yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen now. Still about 5/10 between 1st and 2nd. GRT Arish remains in the lead with 11 laps down. I believe it's going to come to a very nail-biting finish here. So Camaro definitely has the legs on these straights. Arish doing a fantastic job holding off that Camaro of SPS Stale. I was right behind them, the SRT boys, and their Audis now nose to tail with Diesel out in front. So Smokes must have had a little bit of a hiccup once again coming down the hill. I saw them very, very close together. Very close battles to go on together as we're on board. And they're two rows too wide heading through the backside of the track down the hill. Everybody survived, but now Hunter is in the fray. So PTG Onyx now leads this pack for 7th overall. Oh, but we got to jump up to the lead as SPS Stale makes a move to the inside of GRT Arish to get the pass done on Arish, and it is successful. So now he's just got to hold on for about 3/4 of a lap now. Holy crap. I need more camera time. Oh, the 76 car goes off. That was Diesel. I don't know if that was a assisted bump there, but both Zeke and SVR Larkin now made their way through, as well as Smokes. Smokes remains in 3rd place. So we'll head back up as SPS Stale took the lead away from Arish, heading out of turn 1. Remains in the lead, now 3/10 over, but we're going back to the back battle as Hunter moves up a position over Medicated, heading through the 1st sector. Medicated looking to the outside back there, right behind Fuzzball. Couldn't get it done. Files underneath the wing of Hunter. Fantastic pace, but now it looks like maybe a hurt Audi of Diesel, and this is the last lap. Oh, Mitten's getting a little sideways, heading through the backside of the track. Oh, we missed that. SPS comes through with the position. Smokes. SVR Larkin will take 4th. Zeke will take 5th, but the battle is still yet to be decided as Diesel holding off Onyx, Mittens, Fuzzball, Hunter, and Medication. And they'll all come across the line, nose to tail, pretty much in that order as Hunter goes wide. In the final corner, Medicated looks to the inside. I don't think he's got enough to come across the line. No, Hunter will get it. Hunter will get 10th. That is fantastic. Yeah, Hoybert, this is an amazing battle. The lap times in qualifying were so close. And now that battle in race 1. Wrong button. Okay. Yeah, that was epic. That was epic. And we're not done. We got one more qualifying session, which we're going to take a little break. I need some water. Oh my goodness. That was great. That was some fantastic racing. The battle, GRT Arish leading every lap but the last lap. Oh, no worries, Hoybert. It's all good. It's all good. Check your DMs, by the way, on Discord. Yeah. Now, take a quick little break, everybody. We'll come back, and we'll start qualifying 2, which isn't really that much important of a qualifying session, but...
Green light, show them what you got.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a quick little restart real quick. Okay, hang on with me for 1 second, guys. Okay, hey, we're back. Okay, all right, so, like I was saying, qualifying isn't going to be incredibly important for this race, but you saw how hard it was to make any passes through that race. I mean, according to qualifying, both Hunter and Medicated definitely had the pace over pretty much the rest of the field that they were battling with, but due to the nature of the track, the closeness of the cars, and just track knowledge, this is a very popular track to run laps on in GT4. So everybody knew this track very well going into it. It just kind of led for a great mix of very close racing and a very challenging track to pass at. So we're going into a 10-minute qualifying session. A lot of these guys are just going to kind of take a breather and do like low fuel, one shot and done type of laps. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get some water. Remember, stay hydrated, everybody. Yeah, definitely stay hydrated. Oh man, that was a. I enjoyed watching that. That was fantastic. I hope you guys did too. Yeah, we go over a couple things here. Just in the stream, you'll see the little subscriber bar. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, the Paddock Sim Racing channel. Once we reach 100 subs, there's no real time, but 33 days left. I'd like to reach that within that time. Within 100, or once we reach 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel, I, your hostess with the mostest, TPSR Weasel, will be doing 100 laps at Spa in the GT3 Porsche. And I'm going to love every minute of it, I promise. Most challenging track on a very scary track for 100 laps. Yeah, I'm going to stream the entire thing from start to finish here on this channel. So please subscribe, like the videos, leave some comments. I love reading what you guys say in the comments as well. And myself and a few others definitely like to hang out. If you want to join us on our Discord channel, we were just talking about that. Join our Discord. It's pretty much a very friendly group of, esport drivers, IRL racing enthusiasts. And we would just like to have fun. It's pretty much a huge family. So head over there, hang out, talk cars, setups, whatever you need, whatever you want. And follow us on our social media. That's one of the best places to catch up on all of the updates and the happenings that goes on with TPSR. I'm pretty much one of the main moderators of the Twitter account, so you'll see me posting all kinds of nonsense on there, as well as this lovely overlay that you're looking at, the whole borders and setups and stuff, all done by TPSR's very own TPSR and Smokes, who are not watching at the moment. Here he is. Yeah, he set up all of our overlays and the board on the bottom. It's fantastic work that he's been doing for all of our stuff. Give him a round of applause. He is the main admin for pretty much all of the ACC stuff as well. He manages the servers along with myself, so it's very cool to see that as well. And you can already see we're already in the 32s with the GRT Irish taking back the top spot over SPS Stale, Smokes in third. A little bit bigger of a gap this time by... Someone drank my soda. Very upset about that. Yeah, ooh, a little squirrely into turn one there. Alright. Doesn't look like we got too many drivers pushing as hard as they did from last session. But still have a few people out on flyers, as it looks like. It appears the rain has stopped. There's just a few minutes left here in this session. This is going pretty quick, so right after this qualifying session, we're going to have to take another quick little 5-minute break for them and for me. grab some snacks, grab some water, because it's going to be 40 minutes of pretty much the exact same thing you saw during the sprint race of just 20 minutes. So we're just going to add a little bit more time to it and let these guys go wild. Some more door-to-door action never hurts. Everybody out on track now, running laps. Just a few minutes left. GT Arish with a 32.3. Very fast lap time there from Arish. Very settled into his Mercedes. I say, Hoiber, if you want to jump in for race 2, do it quickly. If you're still in chat. Earn some points. You may not have a setup for the Porsche, but it is very quick around here. Remember, CPS Diablo putting in some pretty good laps in his Porsche around here before. Smokes now moves up to second place. The 32.6, 32.69 from SPS, Stale. Diesel right behind him with a 32.7, 33.2, 33.2, 33.5, 33.8, 34.2. Great lap time so far here this session. Love seeing that. Hugging close to that pit wall to get as much straight line across the start-finish line. And moving out wide to catch the apex for turn 1. Medicated moving back up to 6th place. I believe he started there last race, but had a big oopsie with Hunter. Diesel right behind Stale. Great pace out of those Audis. Did not expect the Audis to be as quick as they are here, but they are. Medicated hunting down a Funsball once again. Medicated moving up to 3rd place. Very quick time right there behind Fuzzball. Wow. Wow. Moving wide. Looks like he's off this lap. Yeah, he's off this lap. So GRT Arish with the 32.3. Smokes in second with 35 and some change. Or 32.6. Medicated with a 32.65. Stale with a 32.69. I believe he's still out on track. I believe he gets one more. I think he came across the line, so he might get one more. These fellers on this side of the track definitely do. Finish their laps here. Might have been a little bit too much of the curb. It's definitely off pace, but we'll definitely see where Fuzzball comes across the line. He was on it from the start, all the way out to the grass. Back pit lane wall, and he'll come across the line, and he'll improve just a little bit. Nice, just in front of Hunter. Great lap there from Fuzzball. Pull off. And this is one that we're going to be watching real quick. Both Him and Mittens right behind him on Flyers still. SPS Stale. On it. Smooth exit. We'll see if he increases his lap time. And he does. He'll move up just in front of Medicated, but barely. My goodness. By 0.02 of a second, he'll beat out Medicated for third place. That puts him on the second row inside for race 2. That's a great position. All right, so we got a quick 5-minute break. So go ahead, stretch your legs, get a glass of water, maybe a sody pop, and some snacks. Maybe go walk your fish, water your dog. I don't know what you need to do. Just do it. Come back. All right. I myself am going to get some food. So I shall return. You guys enjoy the pre-stream show? Huh? Huh? Timer, please? Huh? Oh, it's doing final session. There we go. All right. So I shall return in a moment. You guys, we'll see you guys in about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We've got about a minute left, so we'll get ourselves situated to get back in there real quick. Great racing this weekend. Great door-to-door action. Nobody is like public lobbying each other. A bit of a scuffle on the race start there, and a little bit of a bump from medicated to fuzzball there in race 1. But that was just some clean, well, not clean, but it was a racing incident. Medicated had a little bit more speed coming in through there. Misjudged. That's all that was. Great respect from both drivers. Getting back going very quickly. With like 2 laps to go from 7th all the way back, 2 wide, 2 rows deep. Who would have thought that would happen? That's crazy to see that going on. I'm very happy about that as well. Love seeing that action out on track. Super excited for this next 40-minute session. All right, let's go! Ikazo! Oh. All right, so they just started their warm-up lap. Nice. There we go. Let's get some audio for you guys. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Nice. Un momento. Started raining again, so I had to close the window. That's summer weather, am I right? Alright, drivers weaving back and forth, get tires in their heat. No, heat in their tires, you know what I mean. I see that smug face. Stop it. Alright. Qualifying order, pretty close to the same order as it was in race 1, only a few position changes. Smokes a little bit further back and medication a little bit further up, so GRT Erish will take the checkered flag for the field. SPS Stale will take 2nd place, no changes there from round 1 to round 2, or race 1 to race 2. Well ahead, Medicated Nation in 3rd, TPSR Diesel 4th, 5th CE, 6th Fuzzball, 7th Hunter, 8th TPSR Smokes, 9th SVR Larkin, 10th will be PTG Onyx, 11th will be Crazy Mittens. Pretty much the same order as round 1, so we'll see what kind of mix-up we can get heading into this next race. Remember, Medicaid Nation, oh, he's on the outside. Oh, that's right, SPS Stale. What's going on? What's going on here? Why is my timetables all messed up? You guys see that, right? Everyone's in a different position. Never mind. Ixnay on the position A. That's crazy. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go off of this. Smokes up in 2nd. Stale in 3rd. It's very bizarre. My timing and scoring is way off right now. All right. GRT Erish leading the field off into turn 1. Running on board with Diesel. And it looks like Spokes got the way around Erish on the outside of turn 1. Very brave move from the TPSR Audi. Medicated losing a few spots there. Almost a fuzzball. No, could funnels in behind. TPSR Diesel looking racy there behind SPS Stale. So now it is, my goodness, my times tables, there we go. TPSR Smokes, Air, Stale, Diesel, Medicated in that order for your top 5 at the moment. No real position changes. that I have noticed. All right. 1 minute down, 39 to go. Are you guys ready? I am. Let's go. Let's go racing, everybody. Smokes with the pass in turn 1. Now, GRT Erish breathing down the neck of that TPSR Audi. SPS Stale a little wide there after that kink. Diesel and Medicated looking very racy at the moment. No team orders between the two. TPSR Diesel and Medicated. Same teams. Same teams. They're not going to listen to me, even if I told them. Oh, Diesel on the inside. Definitely tapping Stale is a very brave move. Oh no! Carnage right there behind. Stale, a little bit of a loss of control on that Camaro after the spin, probably putting him back out on the track. Okay, he might have some damage from that. That was some severe hits that we saw in the back there. We'll see, we'll see. There's a lot of race left to go. Oh! Hunter looped it and nosed into the wall. All by himself. He might have had damage prior. He might have been wanting to collect Stale as he was going around. Diesel might have had the speed over Stale, but that's not a corner that you want to take an inside line on. It's off camber, late apex, downhill. Basically need to do an outside pass there or have a very willing participant take you on the inside, but Stale was still trying to get heat into his tires. And that's for sure. As we move back up track, GRT Erish still looking at the rear spoiler of that Audi. Buzzball doing well up front now after being bullied a little bit at the end of race 1. Definitely has the groove in his car for very fast competitive lap times to run now here in the 40-minute race. His McLaren, Wolf-inspired livery there. And Stale in pit lane now, getting his car repaired. Very quick car indeed. A lot of race left. Still a bunch of several drivers like not door to door, but very close to one another at the moment still. Got your little groups. You got the front two, mid two, second mid two, and then the rear two. All together here on track. Erish trying to find that weakness in the TPSR Audi. Trying to make the move for that position back. Oh, kisses the curb. In turn 2, pushes him wide a little bit there. It's going to bring Diesel just a little bit closer to him. TPSR Smokes, GRT Erish, TPSR Diesel, and Medicated. Pretty much nose to tail for the top 4 right now. Maserati sounds so good, blasting past the cameras. Medicated was looking to the inside there of Diesel, heading through the kink. Mittens trying to reel in Zeke. Mittens, a very consistent driver in himself. That's Stale. It's a lap down. Damage in lap 2. Him a lap down over pretty much everybody in competitive competition now, so he's just in it for the points. He'll still receive a decent amount of points. We're still missing about 6 drivers here this weekend. Well, about 7 drivers here this weekend. Our full-time crew. Yeah, Hunter coming into pits from his damages. Definitely losing lap time over the others with his damages. Great thinking camera. It's a great camera angle of that side. Medicated. Still all over the back end of that Audi of Diesel. Erish looking to the outside of the Audi of Smokes. Diesel sees a door open, tries to go for it. Still looking to the outside. Erish defending the inside line through the final corner. It's a smart move for the car positioning. Defending the inside line to the front straight. Medicated looking to the far outside as they come across the line now. And that's Hunter. Comes out of pits now, right behind these guys. No position changes for the top 4. Ooh, Erish looking to the outside of Smokes. Couldn't quite get it done. Looking for an over-under move. Definitely has the speed coming out of the 3rd corner. To the outside. Trying to find a way, any way possible now to get out in front of that TPSR Audi of Smokes. Fantastic racing car. Medicated made his way by Diesel. Hunter now with pace in his car. He might be able to keep up with these guys for overall position. So if anything happens to them, he'll be back on the lead lap. And no cautions in this game. Just official ones. Using all the curb and then some. These top guys. Oh, 32 is off. That's PTG Onyx off in. And that's Mittens off as well. It's just Mittens. It was just Mittens. 32 was just driving by at the time. Mittens off right there after that kink. It's the 2nd kink on the backside of the track. We'll jump all the way down to 9th now. Back to the front. Back to your regularly scheduled racing here. Smokes still leading after the pass of GRT Erish in turn 1, lap 1. 6 laps down. Erish still all over the back of him. TPSR Diesel right there in his shadow. Medicated made his way by Diesel just a few laps ago, but they switched back positions at the end of that previous lap. We were checking out the off-track action from Crazy Mittens, it was. He's back under full throttle. SPS Stale down a lap after a bit of an incident between him and Diesel in turn 1. He's already caught the field and is going to try and make his lap back over the rest of them. close together. About a second and a half spread between the top four still. Medicated look at the inside line of Diesel. Diesel doesn't quite shut the door on him, but definitely tells him, hey, I'm still racing here. No team orders between the two. Gotta race hard, no matter what. Hunter's still hanging on there behind those guys. The hill just in the shadow of this battle. You have two Fuzzball. A little further back, you have Stale. Already made his way around Ziki. Oh, Onyx off track right there. But was in front of Stale, now behind Stale. An intentional battle. Still no position changes for the top, but still very, very close together. 2 seconds now spread the whole top four. Smokes, Arish, Diesel, and Medicated across the line in that order. Waiting for somebody to make a mistake at this point to get the advantage over one another. About 8 laps in now. Aaron's dropped back just a little bit from Smokes. Diesel now underneath the wing of that second place Mercedes. Arish, it seems like the longer he races, the faster he gets in a session. Whereas the car behind him, Diesel, he'll have his little spurts of just incredible lap times and speed, but very consistent overall. Which makes some great dynamics for racing here in the top four. SPS Stale moving on to the 46 of SVR Larkin. Moving up the track very quickly. He might actually catch these top four before too long. Very impressive speed he's putting down right now. SPS Stale. Oh, as Diesel goes off wide in turn one. That leaves plenty of room for Medicated to make his way by. And Hunter right there looking to the inside, trying to get his lap back from the incident, getting collected, unfortunately, by Stale when his spin happened. And off. Oh, Hunter follows Diesel right off track, off of turn two. I find myself doing that far too much, following the guy in front of me. Fuzzball right behind these guys. Stale now pretty much underneath the wing of that Camaro of SVR Larkin. Back position from CE. Smokes and Arish kind of now getting in the groove. I have two different lines from these guys heading into turn one. Smokes kind of does a late apex, light throttle into the downhill of turn one. And Erish kind of takes a much steeper angle and then punching the throttle on exit. It seems to be pretty balanced when it comes to them coming out of the exit of turn 1. So that's kind of interesting. Two different driving styles with the same, I guess, track time. Starting to spread out quite nicely behind the front two. SPS Stale made his way around this SVR Larkin. A little bit of front end damage there from the SVR Camaro. He got into a bit of a scuffle. That might have been from the lap 2 incident. Not quite sure. Have to check the driver's comms after the race. So SPS Stale losing a full lap over the leaders definitely is going to have some points ramifications. Definitely. So we'll see how quickly he can make his way back through the field. He's doing a pretty good job of catching these leaders. He can come back up to the front of the pack. I mean, anything could happen. He's still got 22 minutes on the clock out of a 40-minute race. He's already gained an immense amount of time and track to the overall leaders right now. Definitely got his head down in that Camaro. This battle right here is the one to be watching out on track. Erish now back up underneath the wing of Smokes, putting the pressure on that Audi. Smokes took the position away from Erish. On lap 1? Outside of lap 1? Lap 1, turn 1, on the outside. Has led the race ever since then. Erish has remained in his shadow right underneath that spoiler of that Audi the entire time. I would say the pressure isn't getting to Smokes with that bright yellow machine in his rearview mirror, but at this point he's probably used to it. Maserati medicated. Looks like he's closing the gap just a bit. He was just over 3 seconds back from this battle. At about 2.5. Diesel losing a little bit of ground to them as well. Now 5 seconds back, under threat from attack from Fuzzball. With Hunter still a lap down, still on the tail of Diesel.
We are at the halfway mark.
That's 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go. It's the stint of what would be race 1, so now we got a whole, yawning, apologies. Let's see what will happen in the final 20 minutes here of the Enduro. Ooh, Erish with a big bobble, kind of kissing the kitty litter on the outside. Make too many large mistakes with that Maserati in the distance. Oh, we lost a driver. might have had our first DC of the evening. That's unfortunate. Definitely hate seeing that. Hopefully it was just a quick, hard DC and he can jump back in and claim as many points as possible, because you definitely do not want to miss points in this points battle. As you saw on the previous pre-stream screen, the points battle for the top is incredibly close. Very, very close. Now SPS Stale moving in on Hunter very, very quickly now. Taking about a second away as they come through the sector timer now. Still about 5 seconds from Hunter to Stale. Erish still looking for that way around TPSR Smokes. Hiking a tire there. Coming through there. Watch those curbs. You'll cut a tire. And he's back. Fuzzball's back. I'm glad he was able to get back in and collect some points. It's pretty high up on the overall points board, so that's some good news from him. Smokes defending that inside line into turn 1. Erish sticking his nose in there. Doesn't really want to pull the trigger again. Still a lot of race left to go. But now he knows that he can actually get that move done, if done correctly. That'll put Fuzzball now 2 laps down from Stale. Oh, he's gone again. He's having some serious connection issues. No! Fuzzball, you were too young to go. No. Look how close those two are. Holy cow. A 10th from one another. Amazing driving by these guys. Fantastic. Medicated with a little bit of an oopsie. Now under attack from Diesel once again. These two are back together. Right behind them you have Hunter Fox. Has the pace to run with these guys, but unfortunately he is a lap down, as is the car right behind him of SPS Stale. Bit of an incident in turn 2. Put them a lap down. I would have loved to have seen the battle between these top guys right now if these two were still on the lead lap, because SPS Stale is slowly reeling in this third, fourth, and fifth battle right now. Crazy. Oh, so Erish definitely made it by Smokes in that opening set. I blinked, and he made the move. Of course he did. He always makes the move when I'm not looking. And now Smokes, not leading for the first time here in this race. Well, I guess technically Erish led from the start-finish to the first corner. And then Smokes got handed the torch for the rest of the session. He's still there. So we'll see if Smokes can come back and attack that Mercedes of GRT Erish. Really wish we would have watched that pass. That would have been amazing. So smooth in that Mercedes. And Fuzzball's back. He's back. He's gonna be like several laps down now, but hopefully his internet connection is satisfied. Ooh, big wiggle and internet spike. I felt it, they felt it. Now 3 laps down, almost 4. And 4 laps. Yes, Stale now about 3 seconds behind. Hunter. As Hunter now reeled his way back up to Diesel. Diesel had an off or a kerfuffle with the Maserati. But these two battling out is definitely allow the Camaro of Stale to catch up just as quickly. Smoke's dropping back just a bit now from Erish. Erish really showing some crazy consistency and speed out of the Mercedes here. Back to Larkin, about 10 seconds back from Diesel. Very spread out compared to the previous race. This one was the happenings, for sure. Hang out on board with SPS for a moment as watch him do his work as he catches Hunter Fox ever so slightly. If this was a true enduro, I think SPS would definitely make his way back through the field and back onto the lead lap at some point. And Medicated's going very well out there. He's got that podium position with a couple seconds between him and Diesel. As soon as GRT Erish made his way around Smokes, he's definitely starting to open up that gap. About a tenth or two every lap now. This is a battle for position between Hunter and Stale, so Hunter's going to want to start really sweating this one out. He's got Diesel right in front of him. Smooth all the way out to the edge of the track and then back across. Fast line. Taking about 3/10 out of Hunter pretty much every sector now. Under 10 minutes to go, 30 minutes down, 10 to go. At this point, the hard charger of this race has got to be Stale. He's that instant turn 2, lap down, pretty much just picking his way back through the field from all the way to the back. I mean, he's still in 10th overall and a lap down compared to the overall leaders, but definitely putting in some work to get those a couple points back. Very smooth under braking. Stale's got that rapid to chase now, so definitely see when a driver's got that motivation to catch the driver in front of them. See that pace pick up. Probably not the race that Stale wanted. He's definitely up there in points, at least before this race. That's going to put a lot of the guys who were back and down a few positions to move up a few positions. Unless something drastic happens, like Jurassic Park lets out a T-Rex on track. I don't know. See, it's pretty much as it is. The Smoke's now lost about 2 seconds over GT Arish in just a few laps now. So Mercedes doing very well and feeling comfortable up front. Stale now within a second of Hunter. Diesel off track, off of the grass, right in front of Hunter. Looks like it's going to affect him too much. Now the top guys pretty well spread out. A few seconds between each other at this point. Got 3, 5, 4 time gaps. Hunter about 24 seconds behind Zeke. Not all that far up the road from them, just about 2.5 corners, maybe I don't know, a third of the track up the road. So these guys really putting on some good pace. If this were about a 2-hour event or so, these guys would definitely be catching the tail end of the field. That is for sure. Hunter catching Diesel. Stale catching Hunter. This is going to be a very interesting 6 minutes to this race. Stale looking to the inside line there. Coming through kink 1 and into kink 2. Definitely has the outside now. Inside line of the kink, now the outside of the second to last corner. Giving Hunter a decent amount of room. Hunter has the speed of the exit. Stale has the inside line coming out of the final corner and into turn 1. See how much of a fight Hunter puts on. Definitely has the later breaking point. That'll put him a little wide and off in the sand. The inside line goes to Stale. Stale will collect the position over Hunter. That'll move him up to 10th. See how quickly SPS Stale can reel his way back up to Diesel after those two had their battle. Other than this action going on right here, 22 laps in the books. GRT Arish kind of in autopilot mode out front with 4 minutes to go now. Reeling in with Zeke. Quite spread out. Very, very, very spread out right now. Oh, the 72 is off. 72 of Zeke off in turn 2. stop. Now he's going. Stop again. Is he out of fuel? He's pulling off. And he's back to pits. Might have been out of fuel. Low on fuel. I'm not sure. He's definitely down a lap now. Just a few minutes remaining. Onyx running in 6th right now in his 32 Mercedes. Consistency is key, along with him and Mittens. Had a great battle. Race 1. Still door to, not door to door, but next to each other on the scoreboard here in race 2. Smokes off track just a little bit in the second last corner. You can still see Erish up the road from him just a bit. His tires are probably starting to go in that Audi. Got about 2 laps left there. Smokes. Got a little kitten poster that says hang in there. Yeah, his tires are definitely starting to go. Looks like a very pushy Audi right there. Back on board with SPS Stale. Slowly taking a little bit out of Diesel now. Uphill. I'm sure that Maserati of Medicated just up the road from them. Still kind of out in no man's land. In between Smokes and Diesel. TPSR boys running together on track. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. This race leader will come by with 1 lap to go. It's a drive-through.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you
Or oh, that's Hunter. Drive-through for Hunter, so he's got to do a drive-through this time by. Which luckily it wasn't the final lap. I've seen that happen before. There's no getting out of that penalty, unfortunately. Snail looking for a way around Diesel now. Not a pass for overall position. As we're on the final lap now. White flag is definitely flown. Erish leading the field over about 6-ish seconds. About another 5.5 seconds back to Medicated. About another 5.5 seconds back to Diesel. And then right on Diesel's bumper is SPS Stale, who is a lap down, but definitely looking for the pass. Could have stuck the nose in there, but didn't pull the trigger. Definitely a little bit more racy than that Audi is at the moment. As we're on board, Ash takes the checkered flag. Right behind him is TPSR Spokes. He'll take 2nd. Medicated will then come across the line in 3rd. Sorry, excuse me, had to sneeze. Couldn't mute my mic in time. And then Diesel will come across in 4th. SPS Stale will come across in 8th. So he came back and claimed a few positions, unfortunately, due to Fuzzball. And Zeke off track and having to jump back. As PTG Onyx up into 6th place. come across the line. Ka-chow. Well done. Well done indeed. Mittens will come across the line in 7th. He'll come by. Fantastic racing from everybody this weekend. Unbelievable race 1. The 20-minute sprint race was fantastic to watch. And the unbelievably close qualifying lap times. And we only had 11 drivers here. And a couple DCs. A DC from poor Fuzzball. That's unfortunate. And Zeke had to jump back to pits, which I could only assume was for fuel, because he was running some pretty quick lap times out there on track. Incident there between Sale, Hunter, and Diesel there in lap 2. Kind of put Hunter and Stale down a lap. Hunter and Stale clawed their way back up to 8th and 9th, which isn't bad after being a lap down. So that's why you got to push hard to the end. You got to collect as many points as possible. And if we had, I would say about another 20 minutes or so, I think SPS Stale would definitely come back and get his position back to the lead lap at least. Maybe even a few more positions overall. But that was some fantastic racing. Hard Charger, I would say, would have to go to SPS Stale for that race too. That hard comeback from a lap down all the way back up to 8th place. Fantastic racing for this entire evening's festivities. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed the racing, please subscribe to the YouTube channel of the Paddock Sim Racing. Like and comment. Head over to our Discord channel and follow us on our social media on Twitter, Paddock_Sim. That's pretty much all I have for you guys this evening. I will be back here streaming at a solid 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. And that's in the AMs. We're going to be doing the BCI team battles. And we'll be doing TPSR's round 2. So look forward to that. For this race, which is round 4, we'll have points up officially in a few days. So look forward to that. Yeah, we're going to like some information here. So I think that's all I have to say. Don't think we have any cool announcements or anything. I think admins were discussing on doing some cool prizes, some sneak prizes for this series. Nothing crazy. So look forward to that announcement on social media and on Discord. And yeah, join Discord if you're interested in running laps. As you can see, a lot of guys are having to take some vacation time away from sim racing. So there's plenty of open spots. Head over to the Discord and register today. Next weekend? I think next weekend? Or the next weekend? I believe we have a week off. I'll have to check the schedule. I don't have it up here. I'll post it on social media, of course. But yeah, we definitely have a lot more racing coming your way. So I will see you guys either tomorrow morning or in the VOD. Definitely come check it out. I'm going to have my pedal cam up and running for tomorrow's race. Alright. That's it from Weasel and the Paddock Sim Racing British GT4 Championship Round 4 at Brands Hatch in Asseto Corsa Competizione Xbox Edition. Alright. I've been your hostess with the mostest, Weasel. I will see you guys tomorrow and next weekend or the next weekend. We're always racing, so I'll be streaming pretty much all during the next week. Hopefully. Everybody have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys on the track.